Okay, welcome to another Tarot News at 8. Let's have a look at the Trump thing, shall we, in Iran. I mean, following that announcement, I thought there was no one to talk to, and all of a sudden they've had constructive talks for 2 days. So it's called off the bombing of the Iranian power plants. So, I want to ask, are we being lied to amongst other questions? So anyway, yeah, it's all a bit weird to me. I think Trump was shocked that they said they'd retaliate. He thought that would shut them up, but no, it hasn't shut them up at all. They've come back with their own threats. So let's split the pack and ask 8 quick fire questions regarding what is going on at the moment there. So let's have a look. First question, are we being lied to about this war? Something's wrong, isn't? I mean, obviously I'm going to pull a swords card. We're talking about conflict here, but I just don't like the to-ing and fro-ing. Like, I know things change in war, but it's gone from no one to talk to, oh yeah, following promising talks. What's happening here? So pessimistic card, uncertainty, difficult decisions, and it's also saying, keeping the peace around you or finding the peace within you is difficult. And it's also about speaking the truth. So it does say that there's lies being told at the moment. So yeah, I don't think we're getting the full story here. None of this is making sense. I don't see how it can change so quickly. He's literally saying there's no one to talk to. Now they've had constructive talks, and I don't understand it. So I would say we're being lied to, because this card's asking you to tell the truth. So yeah, there's a lot of lies being told. Do Iran think they can win this war? Yep. And actually, I think that really shocked Trump when they came back. He thought that would make them cower, and instead they said, yeah, we're going to do XYZ then if you do that. So I'd say, although it's a card of wishful thinking as well, this card, but yeah, so it's also though being brave and asking the difficult questions that no one wants to ask. So I do think that they think they can win this war. And it's almost like they've got the choices. And also, if you're an outsider looking in, which I kind of am, and he said, we're going to bomb your power plants, and they've turned around and said, well, we're going to bomb the power and desalination, etc. Plants. And he's turned around and says they're constructive chats. To me, I'll be sitting there going, oh, we've got more of the upper hand than what we thought we did. So I'd say they do think they've got a chance of sticking with this, and which is depressing, because how long can it go on when both sides think they can win? Why is Trump giving conflicting statements? It seems to change every 24 hours. Well, he seems to be being fed information by someone else. That's what I would say. And it's almost like he's in the dark as well. That's why he keeps changing his tactics, etc., because he's got an advisor whispering stuff into his ear, because this is the card of the advisor. So that is why he keeps changing his statements, because he's not running the show, someone else is, and telling him, do this, do this, do this, and then he has to say, do this, do this, do this. So that's why he's giving conflicting statements, which seems every 24 hours. It doesn't make sense. What's the American mood for Trump? Oh, suggesting he's very on his own with his decisions. So there's definitely been a turn from my last reading. So this is kind of isolation, etc. And they're saying, like, he's isolating himself here. He needs to be very careful. The mood has definitely changed. And I said it would, because people are fickle. So when it's war miles and miles away and they can disconnect, they don't care. But when it comes to their petrol pumps, into their shopping trolleys, now he's got a problem. So I think it's gone on for far too long. It's going to go on for longer, and he is totally isolating himself. So it seems like the mood is definitely changing. So what about in the last reading? I looked at the friendship, special friendship between the UK and US, and it was saying it's tainted, but it will continue. However, Trump keeps mocking Starmer, doesn't he? Using comedy sketches, reposting. It's so childlike. Is it going to be lasting, or is it affected? Well, it's saying it is still going to last. And I suppose it's because it's beneficial to both of them. And this is the card of showing kindness, and sensitivity. It's a card of family. So, if they want this special friendship to continue, you've got to be sensitive. That's literally what it's saying. You've got to be sensitive, because if he carries on like that, although it can't end, it's almost like an unholy union, the UK and US special friendship, because no matter what happens, it seems like they'll always have that special friendship, which means one party can abuse the other. And it seems like at the moment it's the US abusing the UK, you know, the president just constantly digging out ours. I mean, he's a fuck up Starmer, but he's ours. So, yeah, I don't, it will last. It has to. It's too sort of intertwined, if you like. But it's asking for kindness, saying, come on, you've got to show kindness and a united front. What about the Hummer Strait? I mean, it's 31 miles of a nightmare, isn't it? When will it open? Will it reopen? Well, there's a passion for it to reopen. That's what I will say. But it's this card of being polite. While war's going on, it's not going to open, quite basically. So they really need to get their thinking caps on, all parties involved, and say we need to find some sort of conclusion here. Now, he's announced, Trump, about this 5-day period of, you know, they're doing nothing. It's all come to a stop. He's hoping, like it's a breather almost. Will that last? I don't know. But it's saying as long as the war goes on, you know, that is not going to reopen. Until something is settled, that strait is going to be 31 miles of a nightmare. Do the people still believe in Starmer in the UK, saying he's going to control the cost of living during the war? I mean, how's he going to do that? I think he's an absolute liar. I mean, look at this. He is the hanged man. He's in limbo. He's what I say, he's a wet blanket. Quite basically, the people of the UK think he's absolutely rendered useless, like in limbo, inactive, doesn't know what to do, always divers. I don't know if this is a lawyer in him, but you know, he's been put down for not his quick reactions. He didn't have any to this war, and he didn't jump to Trump's side. Now, I kind of admire him for that, because I think, like I said, special friendship two ways. Trump didn't tell him what was happening. Why should he rush to his side and help him? You know, so, but yeah, they see him as someone totally in limbo. I think he's had it, Starmer. I mean, he wasn't popular before, and by God, he's not popular now. He's literally in limbo, useless. Can't make a decision. This is a card of always not being able to make a decision, and that sums him up perfectly, I think. And, I mean, he needs counselling or something, that man. There's something desperately wrong there. So yeah, the UK have no faith in him whatsoever. You know, he can't say at all he's going to control the cost of living for us. He's got no power at all in that decision. And then what's next? You know, we've got the standoff for now, 5 days. It's probably going to break before 5 days. I think Trump was shocked that Iran said they'd retaliate, and was saying about, you know, the power and desalination plants and all. And I didn't think he thought they wouldn't react like that. He's quite shocked. It almost makes the US look weak. It's like, oh yeah, we're going to back down. Now he's saying they've had constructive talks for 2 days. Who with? Because it's all like sound bites. Like he said a couple of days ago, there was no one to talk to, and now they've had these constructive talks. So I guess we're saying, you know, what's next? Are they going to be able to keep this going, this standoff, and they'll reach a healthy conclusion, or are we just going to go straight back into destruction again? Well, there's a conflict card again, so it's not a good card to see a Knight of Swords. And once again, it's all spontaneity. This war is the weirdest thing I've ever seen happen. It's like all things nowadays. It's all done on a whim. You know, it's all so spontaneous. And there's a stubbornness between both parties, quite basically. So as long as that's there, that stubbornness between them both, this is just going to go on and on and on. And this is actually in a reading, when this card appears, it can be a lawyer or a military figure. So I mean, it's saying there's need for logic to override emotion, this card. So I don't see that standoff lasting. It's just they're both stubborn sides, both being led by emotions, no logic at all. There seems to be no military plans here at all. It's just all based on emotions and pettiness. So I mean, I pray that 5-day standoff will last, but I can see them just going straight back in and just bombing again. And I don't know how long this can go on, but as long as it goes on, that strait won't open. because, you know, they've gotten by the balls, literally. That strait will not open. The American mood for Trump, he's on his own at the moment. I mean, they have cast him out, it seems. He's isolating himself. Iran think they could win this war, you know, and I think they're thinking it because of his backtracking. He threatened to bomb the power plants, and they said, let's play, we'll bomb your power. You know, I think he's a bit shocked by that. He didn't realise what a beast they are. I keep saying this, he thought it was like a Venezuela thing. Forget it, Trump. The Iranian leaders, they are a different breed. They are a nightmare. They are a machine. They are absolutely fanatical. So you've chosen unwisely here to enter into this war. And I think he was dragged in. And like I said, I think the reason why he's given conflicting statements is because he's not running this show. He's finding out when we're finding out. It's that kind of feeling. Israel, someone's whispering in his ear. And that's why he keeps giving all these conflicting statements, because he is not in control. So, and obviously, what I always thought, the UK thing is absolutely useless, Starmer. So, okay, we'll leave it there. And obviously, I'll be doing more readings. Apparently, 5 days. I mean, that's the Friday again, isn't it? When I'm back to do readings. Let's see. I mean, 5 days is a long time in War World and in Tarot World. So, but anyway, we'll leave it there. Take care. Bye.